8 months ago, I was trapped in what I like to call the cortisol jail, and I didn't even know it. My face looked like I was storing water balloons. My energy crashed every afternoon, and no matter how clean I ate, y'all, my body held on to every single pound like I was preparing for a famine. Then I discovered these 3 cortisol mistakes that literally most people don't talk about. And these aren't your typical meditate more solutions. This is the real science behind why your stress hormones are sabotaging your metabolism. So quick question. If you're dealing with stubborn belly fat right now, type stuck in the comments. And if it's the afternoon energy crashes, type tired. I want to see just what's hitting you the hardest. And don't hesitate to let me know your wins and also your struggles so I can make more content geared towards y'all. Because I love my community.
Dr. Nina, the girl next door, beautiful brown baby doll.
So here's what happened. I fixed these 3 specific cortisol triggers, and in 4 months, I dropped 20 pounds while eating more food than I had been before. My face deflated, my sleep improved, and my energy stabilized for the first time in years. And I had some body recomposition going on. I was losing a lot of fat. As someone who lost over 100 pounds in my early 20s and kept it off nearly 20 years, then struggled a little bit after having my baby at 40, I can tell you this cortisol piece was the missing link. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist that's very knowledgeable in the mind-body connection. So, baby, I thought I understood stress, but I was missing these crucial pieces. Now, before we dive in, everything I'm sharing is for educational purposes. Always check with your doctor and healthcare providers about any changes to your health routine, especially if you have health conditions or take medications. And make sure you check out my new website and my LTK for any recommendations and other great gifts that I have for you over there. Mistake number 1 was trying to lower the cortisol levels directly instead of figuring out what was heightening them in the first place. I was taking ashwagandha, doing yoga, straight levitating and drinking my chamomile tea. All the cortisol lowering supplements and practices that you hear about. But here's what changed everything. Cortisol ain't the villain. It's your body's alarm system when responding to threats. And those threats aren't just work stress or relationship drama. I discovered that my body was screaming emergency because of all of the invisible physical stressors. My vitamin D levels were rebounding from being severely deficient. A deficiency that happens to mimic a lot of hormone issues. But I also kept a close eye on hormones that women my age need to watch out for. I'm talking about comprehensive hormone testing, and I know I don't want to keep beating a dead horse, but I'm going to keep telling y'all until you get up and go and get them labs. Estradiol, progesterone, and that's to check for perimenopause changes. DHEAS, which declines with age and affects stress resilience. Testosterone levels, which affect metabolism and even muscle mass. And thyroid markers beyond just TSH, including free T3 and free T4. Each one of these imbalances can trigger the HPA axis. That's your hypothalamus, pituitary, and even adrenal glands to pump out cortisol like my life depended on it. Because as far as my body knew, it did. Instead of trying to calm down the alarm, I started to try to remove the triggers that were setting it off. I fixed that vitamin D deficiency. I told y'all about that. I really did get into great supplements for it and supplemented it in my food. I balanced those key hormones and addressed any other underlying imbalances. Within weeks, my cortisol levels seemed to normalize naturally. No big supplements required. And hear me say required because there are some supplements I love. But before we dive into mistake number 2, drop a fire emoji if this resonates with you. Treating symptoms instead of root causes. I want to see how many of y'all have been stuck in that same cycle. Speaking of tracking your health biomarkers and getting real data about what's really going on in your body, I want to share something that's been supporting my health monitoring journey. I've been using the Hume Health Body Pod for about a year now, and this is their wrist-worn tracker, y'all. It's designed to pair with the Hume app and the Body Pod, and that's for even deeper real-time health insights. And some of y'all that have gotten the Hume with my recommendation have thanked me. It really is a game changer if you're using it correctly. While the Body Pod gives me those deep recovery sessions, this band tracks my biomarkers, and it shows me how my body is actually responding to all of these health interventions. It's like having continuous feedback on what's working and what isn't. What I love about this approach is it goes beyond simple tracking. It continuously learns from your habits, and from that, it provides daily actionable insights. And this helps you to optimize recovery and also detect early signs of health changes, especially before they impact your life. And because we're talking about hormone optimization and biomarker testing, having real-time data about how your body is responding to stress, recovery, and daily habits is incredibly valuable. The insights really do help you to understand patterns that you may not have otherwise noticed. This is important to me, being a busy career woman, wife, and mother. And also being adopted, right? Everything that I can get that gives me information about myself and how my system is currently functioning is A-okay with me. Hume Health is designed to help your body heal, recharge, and perform at its best. If you want to take a data-driven approach to your health optimization, use code DRNINA for about 30% off at checkout. And make sure that you use the link down below in my description box. And y'all, honestly, to this point, the love that I have for the Hume Body Pod and now the band, I am absolutely adoring the whole thing together. Now let's dive into mistake number 2. This one's about the hidden cortisol feedback loop that keeps you trapped. Mistake number 2 was the most insidious because it's what I call the cortisol trap, where trying to lose weight actually makes your cortisol worse. Imagine that. Most people don't know this, but your fat cells, especially belly fat, they actually make cortisol. It's called visceral adipose tissue, and it's like having little cortisol factories around your organs. I was doing everything to create a calorie deficit, eating like 1,200 calories, which is a gosh darn shame, doing cardio 6 days a week, but my belly fat was literally producing more cortisol, which was telling my body to store more fat. I was literally stuck in a biochemical prison. Research shows that visceral fat produces inflammatory chemicals called cytokines, which signal your adrenal glands to make even more cortisol. It's a vicious cycle that explains why belly fat is just so stubborn. Here's the scary part. Once you have 10 plus pounds of belly fat, those fat cells start to act like separate endocrine organs. They're literally hijacking your hormone system and creating their own cortisol independent of your adrenal glands. This is why spot reduction does not work. Anybody selling you a program saying that you can lose your belly fat fast, baby, lies. You cannot crunch away a hormone problem. Your belly fat has become a cortisol factory that's working against you 24/7. It's like your belly fat got promoted to Sabotage Industries without your permission. The breakthrough came when I stopped trying to force weight loss, and I focused on breaking the cycle. I increased my calories, reduced my cardio intensity, and I prioritized anti-inflammatory foods. On top of that, I was eating way more protein. I told y'all about that, at least 140 to 155 grams per day. And not only that, I picked up the weights. I know better. All that cardio can really up that cortisol and work against you. So I'm keeping that limited and keeping it within reason. Now this sounds backwards, right? But within a month, I told y'all my inflammation markers dropped. My cortisol rhythm improved, and the fat, it started coming off. Y'all seen the pictures, especially around my midsection. Praise the Lord. Mistake number 3 was unknowingly destroying my cortisol rhythm every single night with what I'd like to call the triple threat sleep sabotage. Picture this. At 7 p.m., I'd crush a HIIT workout, feeling accomplished. High intensity, give it to me. Come home to a cozy 72 or 73 degree bedroom and scroll a little TikTok or Instagram to decompress. I thought I was being health conscious, okay? But what I was doing was creating hormonal chaos, and they was mad, pissed even. Here's what nobody shares with us. Intense exercise after 6 p.m. doesn't just keep you awake. It actually reverses your natural cortisol curve. Your cortisol should peak at 8 a.m. and should be gradually declining throughout the day. But evening workouts actually create a second cortisol peak, and that could even last until 2 a.m. Then I was actually sleeping in a room above 70 degrees, which prevents something called thermal regulation. Your core body temperature needs to drop about 2 to 3 degrees for your cortisol to follow its natural decline. Sleeping warm literally keeps your stress hormones elevated all night. Tell me that ain't something. Oh, and the blue light from the phone, it wasn't just affecting my melatonin. We hear that all the time. It was confusing my cortisol clock so bad that my body didn't even know when to shut down the cortisol production. It was all kinds of all over the place. When I made sure my workout stayed consistent in the morning, as they usually do, drop my bedroom temperature a bit, and ban screens past a certain time, okay? That's gonna depend on you and when you go to sleep. Something incredible happened. Not only did I sleep deeper, but I actually woke up refreshed for the first time in a long time. And the weight loss seemed to accelerate like nothing I had ever experienced. Fixing these cortisol mistakes unlocked my 20-pound weight loss in the first few months of trying. But it also revealed the next layer of my hormone puzzle. My insulin was still creating a few problems that I didn't understand, and my thyroid needed optimization to reach my goal weight. In my next video, I'm going to walk you through some of the protocols that I used that helped me drop another 15 to 20 pounds. Plus the thyroid secrets that finally got my metabolism to a place where it was firing at all cylinders. This is becoming a complete hormone transformation series, so smash that subscribe button and turn on your notifications. You don't want to miss a single piece of the puzzle over here where we talk about ways to level up and feel your best from the inside out. Now here's what I want to know, y'all. Which one of these cortisol mistakes hit you like a brick wall? flaw? Are you trapped in the cortisol cycle right now, dealing with that stubborn belly fat, afternoon crashes, or is it both? Or maybe you've already started to address your cortisol issues and you've seen progress. Share your story in the comments. I try to respond to everything that I can, and I read them all, and I know that the community benefits from hearing from one another. And if this video helped to support you on your journey, go ahead and hit that like button for me and share this video with someone who can use it. Hit that subscribe button because I want to keep you coming back for more, and make sure you let me know some of your videos that you would like to see from me, and any recommendations you have. I welcome them all. All right, y'all, I cannot wait to our next video. Looking forward to it, and I hope y'all keep doing well, keep crushing it, keep doing what you got to do for you. Beautiful Brown Baby Doll signing out.